Hello, it is your favorite money coach, Patrina Dixon. Today's episode is about saving. Saving is putting money aside for future use. You can save for many things like stuff you need, stuff you want, or in case of an emergency. Banks and credit unions are types of places that offer a variety of incentives for people to put their money in them and save it. The number one incentive is called interest. By keeping your money in the bank over time, your money can earn interest. The amount of interest depends on the type of account, the type of bank or credit union, and the length of time you keep your money in there. There are two types of interest. The first is called simple interest. Simple interest is the money the bank gives you for keeping your money in the bank for a period of time, and it is calculated based on the amount of money you put in the bank. The second type of interest is called compound interest. Compound interest is calculated based on the money you put in the bank plus the simple interest earned from the bank. So that is free money on top of free money. There are different ways to save. Two most common ways include a regular savings account and a certificate of deposit. Regular savings accounts require a minimum deposit to open the account. They accrue interest monthly and usually allows you to deposit however many times you want, however, will limit the amount of times you can withdraw in a month. When you have a savings account, you can make withdrawals and deposits. When making either a withdrawal or deposit at the bank, you'll need the appropriate slip. Each slip requires your first and last name, account number, and the amount of the deposit or withdrawal. You will also need your ID or identification to show that it's your account. Certificates of deposit, commonly known as CDs, are best for larger sums of money and require a larger minimum deposit. The minimum deposit varies by bank. In addition, CDs must be open for a specified amount of time, known as a term. The date at the end of the term is called the maturity date. Regular CDs have a penalty or fee if you take money out of the CD before the end of the term. For example, if you open a CD and your maturity date is December 30th, 2021, and you take money out of the CD before that date, you'll have to pay a penalty or fee. So it's best to only get this type of an account when you are saving for a longer term goal. Saving is very important and you can start now. Thank you for watching another episode of It's My Money. And don't go anywhere. There's a sneak peek of my podcast episode called The Money Exchange. It's available on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, and SoundCloud. Please subscribe so you'll be notified of each new episode. Enjoy!
That if you are fortunate enough to reach the top floor, you have to send the elevator back down. And I think the biggest misconception or the biggest thing that I've realized, about people who grow up in similar, situations, is that because people who grew up in that situation, they make it and they make it out. They no longer become visible to that world, and so the only things that they see are the athletes, the rappers, the entertainers, and so they believe that's the only thing that's within their reach. When in fact there are thousands of people who have this similar story, and they just don't share it, or they're not visible to those who come from that background. And so I feel like it's so vital to be able to go back to wherever you come from, whether my story is the inner city, if you're from another country and you were able to get out, and whatever your story is, it doesn't matter. Whatever your story is, there is somebody who's going through the same exact story, and they need you. You were given that story for a reason. You were given that experience for a reason, and you need to share that to help inspire and empower people to maximize their full potential.
you you.